Aw, animals.
Puppy trapped down well finally freed after 11 days. The delicate life of a 3-month-old puppy stuck down a well brought all of Turkey together, praying and working tirelessly for his rescue. The deep pit was drilled roughly 11 days ago by local government in Istanbul. Somehow, the puppy slipped his way through the tiny well, measuring less than a foot in width, and tumbled nearly 230 feet down. Locals heard the puppy's cries and sent for a rescue team to get him out. They threw sausages in there to keep him fed and managed to lower a night vision camera down to keep an eye on him. They also dropped chew toys down carrying the scent of the young dog's mother to keep him feeling loved. Watching over him from a screen above ground, day and night, municipal workers and animal activists tried different methods of bringing the pup back up. Students at a local high school even employed a robotic arm they'd designed in a relentless display of determination to free the small pooch. After 11 days of failed attempts, a state-owned mining company stepped in and dropped down a long lasso. They managed to slide it around the dog's neck and slowly, carefully pull him up, and up some more until, well, just watch. Miraculously, the dog was okay and didn't lose any weight during his time in the hole. Must have been all those sausages. After being checked out by veterinarians, the local fire department decided to adopt him. Maybe so one day, his death-defying experience might come in handy toward helping other animals who find themselves in cramped, dark, sticky situations. Oh, and in case you're wondering, his rescuers decided to name him Kuyu, which in Turkish means well.
Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews.
Animals and people have been known to fall down wells.
Baby elephant rescued after tumbling down storm drain. Some positive animal news today after a baby elephant was rescued at the weekend in Sri Lanka after taking quite the nasty fall. The calf fell down an open storm drain at some point while walking near the town of Hambantota. After falling, the animal reportedly broke one of its legs. Ouch! Elephant herds are common in the area and roam freely, but this poor thing was just plain unlucky. Locals used sledgehammers and even a blowtorch at one point to help get the little guy out. Working with rescuers, they tied ropes around the calf's legs, then heave-hoed it out of the hole. Footage from Sri Lankan television shows the moment rescuers managed to free the animal. Elephant calves usually weigh over 90 kilos. That's 200 pounds. So you can bet these guys really had to put their back into it. Afterward, the animal was taken to hospital and treated for its injuries. Nice to have some good news for a change, yeah?
Blind dog rescued after being trapped down a well for over a month. Meet Ferudin Bravo. This holiday season, he's traveling down a dark well in Bosnia to save a dog. 26 feet underground and surviving on food thrown down to him by children in the area, the dog desperately needed a hero. When Bravo caught wind of the pooch's plight, he laced up his cape and went in, while his sidekick, Ratko Koblar, along with 3 others, held the rope. When they finally reached the dog, Bravo carefully strapped him into a harness, and the rescuers gently pulled him to safety. As it turns out, the dog was blind and likely fell down the well. Back above ground and finally free, the vets say the dog is actually in fairly good health. And it's all thanks to his kind-hearted heroes who refused to let a blind dog live in darkness. They say miracles do happen this time of year, so it's no wonder they named the dog Christmas.
Spanish woman falls into a well during sex, boyfriend flees. A half-naked woman had to be rescued in Ciudad Real, Spain on Friday night after falling down a water wheel well while having sex with her boyfriend. 21-year-old Adelia Aponte and her lover met earlier Friday night and had the brilliant idea of getting it on top of a boarded water wheel well. The boarded cover eventually came loose and Aponte fell 10 meters down into the water below. Her lover, ever the gentleman, fled the scene without looking back. Police later received an anonymous call to report a woman had fallen into a well. Aponte waited 30 minutes in the water before firefighters rescued her at midnight. They pulled her up soaking wet and naked below the waist. She was taken to a hospital and treated for shock and hypothermia. Police are now looking for Aponte's cruel companion, who could be charged with deliberately failing to provide assistance to a person in danger.
Woman missing for 5 months found dead in boyfriend's well. When Tommy Johnson moved next door to Perry Pruitt, he never would have guessed that human remains would be found at the source of his water supply. The discovery of the body came about after Johnson noticed a strange smell coming from his water. When he asked Pruitt for a water sample from the well for testing, the well owner became upset. Pruitt then locked the well shut and cut off the water supply. Johnson called the Anderson County Sheriff's Department, hoping they might be able to help him find out what was up with this funky water. At the bottom of the 40-foot well, they found the body of Patricia Freeman, who hadn't been seen since September. Police removed Freeman's decaying body and also discovered bleach and mothballs in the water below. Freeman had a broken neck. An autopsy report on Freeman's body came back inconclusive. A pathologist is trying to determine if Freeman died before or after she was placed in the well. Pruitt is being held on a $50,000 bond on a charge of unauthorized removal of a dead body. That charge only carries a $1,000 fine and 60 days in jail.